Hello, everyone. It's day 82. Today, I continue to work on a private project for Visions of Hope Psychological Services. I figured out a fix for the background image not showing. What I ended up doing was instead of using the background image and the CSS, I just added that picture to the HTML for the hero section. And then instead of doing black background blend mode to add the overlay, I just used mixed blend mode and did it that way. I know moving forward, I know like if I want to have an image like that in the CSS, just because of the way that you have to use like the path to the image is weird. I know that it works for Webpack or with Webpack because what did I do? One of the projects that I did, I used Sass and it worked. Like it found the way Webpack works, it builds your site. It just finds the images and it just worked. But I was not about to use Webpack for a static site. That was definitely over engineering or whatever. But yeah, so now I know for future reference, of course, of the bigger project, you're going to use Sass, use Webpack. But anyway, only thing I have left is I noticed the mobile nav bar. When you're already on a web page, and then you're clicking on an internal link that's still on that same web page. So I'm using like the number sign or pound sign instead of like index.html. It doesn't close. It goes to the right section on that page, but it doesn't close the nav bar. It keeps it open. But like if I'm in about.html and I want to go to contact.html, for instance, it automatically closes the mobile nav bar and just goes right to the page. I do remember, John Smilga, in one of my JavaScript Udemy courses, he actually has a video showing you how to do that, how to make sure that it closes. It's something that you do in the JavaScript. I can't remember, so I'm going to tomorrow rewatch that little section of the video, see what he did. What else? I need to add, so that still don't have the links that I need to connect the schedule buttons to. I still need the headshot, a professional headshot, because the picture that I have, it looks grainy, just because it's a smaller picture and like the size is bigger than it needs to be or whatever. But like I just kind of needed it that size just to get the look to see how it would actually look or whatever. What else? I finished my portfolio website. Well, not finished. It's together. I wouldn't say completely finished yet. What I need to do. I wasn't really sure what to put in the About Me section. I personally watched a lot of portfolio reviews. I've literally probably watched every single web developer portfolio that you can find on YouTube. And they always say nobody really cares what you put in your About Me section that's not code related because no one's going to read it. No one wants to know what your hobbies are outside of coding or whatever. I literally only knew I'm a front-end developer. I like to make interactive and responsive websites, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, like the tech stack that I use and all that. Besides that, I was drawing a blank. But yeah, I'm probably just going to keep it at that because I feel like, what else? I don't want to get, at that point, I'll just be adding filler words like, aside from coding, I like to do, but I feel like no one cares about that. So I'm just going to leave it off. And I need to add FormSpree to my form, just because I don't know back end yet. But yeah, add FormSpree. I already have an account or whatever. Just add it to the form. So when someone does send a form to me, or fills in the contact form, it'll actually send me an email or whatever. So I need to do that. And that's really it. I do want to add I got the navbar animations and the hover state for the desktop navbar, but I want to add a cool little button animation or whatever, at least for the primary buttons, just to add just a little bit, because my portfolio site is not it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, which I don't know. For me, I didn't want my portfolio site to be too much. I didn't want to take the shine away from the projects themselves, but I just wanted little subtleties, because I hate when I look at a website and it's just too much animation. They just you could tell they literally learned all this animation, just wanted to put everything on there, but like it ends up looking tacky. So I wanted to keep it simple. But yeah, so haven't decided what button animations I want to do, but something cool. Oh yeah, I also watched John Smilga, aka Coding Addict, on YouTube, and Coding After 30. They had a live stream today. I get email notifications from John Smilga just because I have like 3 of his Udemy courses. He's like one of my favorite instructors on there. And yesterday he posted like a short video kind of advertising their live streams they're going to be doing every Monday, I think. This one was at 11 p.m. on my time, but I think it was 9 p.m. Pacific time because he's in LA. But yeah, they just had questions from Twitter, and then they had the live chat, and they were just taking questions about anything about coding, because he's like, all his videos in the comments usually gets the same question, and rather than responding to everyone individually saying the same thing, he'd rather do a live stream and like everybody can see the answer, whatever. So that was cool. The big takeaway that I got from that is I always had the question about like, which should you learn next after, you got a pretty good handle on JavaScript. Just because when I look at job postings, even for entry-level jobs, they're all like basically turning into full stack jobs. Like you see front-end developer jobs, but then you still see they want you to know back-end stuff. So it may as well just be called a full stack developer. So like I was wondering, like, is it more beneficial to actually learn Node first and then go back and learn React? That way you know something about the back-end. Well, John actually said he would really recommend doing React first, just because when you learn a back end, he was like 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10 to fit into a company. A lot of them still use, I think it's the SQL. There's other ones out there, but like the most common one is SQL or whatever. So like you would have to learn that just to be, I wouldn't say useful to a company, but like to use what a company actually uses is probably SQL or whatever. So he was like, it'd just be weird coming from just vanilla JavaScript going to that, opposed to learning React and then going that route or whatever. Because like you start to see like, or start to learn like little bits and pieces of it, and then you get the full picture once you already know React plus that. So I don't know, kind of considering I already have actually his React Udemy course. So, and as far as the Odin project goes, what's the next section? Like learning about ESLint. I can't remember. It was like a short little 4-thing section of stuff. I know ESLint was one of them. And then they have the testing section for JavaScript, and then they have a React section or whatever. So I guess I'll probably just keep with the order for now. But yeah, go through React just to see, just in my area anyway, like React is the most common thing or whatever. So we'll see. Still weighing my pros and cons with that one or whatever. But yeah. Now that my portfolio, I just need to add forms to it, which really won't take very long at all. Add the finishing touches to that tomorrow. Look at that video to fix the mobile navbar not closing for the side project. And also, I forgot to add sticky navigation to it. So I'm going to add that. So that'll be pretty much done. She said we still need to get together and like little final touches or whatever, so you can go through it. Then we can get the connect her scheduling links and all that to it. And then hopefully after that, it can just go live. Because I really want it. I don't want it on my portfolio for sure, but I want it on there when it's like live, like not like linked to my GitHub, but like on her actual domain, will carry more weight or whatever. But yeah, after that, then I'll go back to that speech notes project. I want to build up a UI to it. I was thinking like having like a landing page first, because like most companies that like advertise a product or like a service or whatever, they have the landing page first, then it's like a learn more button or something, then it takes you to the application, the demo version of it anyway. So kind of want to do it that way. Like I'm trying to look like as professional as I can, even though I don't have any real experience yet, minus the freelance project or whatever, but so yeah, that's where I'm at. Day 82.